Painted Life 14. The Spilling of the Chalice. When Mary's confessor was saying Mass in London in 1606, it happened by divine permission that he inadvertently spilt the chalice. This brought such a change in him that when Mary, after Mass, respectfully handed him a towel to dry his hands, he said to her with tears streaming from his eyes, "I will never more hinder your religious design, but further you all I can." And so it happened. Although Mary's own mind was now made up, the road ahead of her was not yet clear of obstacles. Prevailing social conventions and her personal position did not allow her simply to leave home and cross the seas. What is more, she needed money. She was inwardly brave and determined when she saw a thing to be good, but she also had to learn to receive. The spring of 1606, Mass in Baldwin's Garden, London, Father Holtby S.J., the celebrant, had the misfortune to spill the chalice after the consecration. He took this as a warning not to spill yet another chalice. That is, not to hinder Mary from following her vocation. What must have been her feelings after Mass when finding herself in the sacristy? She saw the priest in tears and heard him say to her, "I will never more hinder your religious design, but further you all I can." Reflection. In our own life, there have also been experiences which seem to reflect God's direct personal care of us. Have we cherished the memory of these experiences? Painted Life 15. Mary leaves England for the first time. After Whitsuntide in 1606, Mary, being then 21, she left home with her confessor's approval and her parents' consent, and took ship to St. Omer, accompanied by Mrs. Bentley, to whose care she had been entrusted. She was filled with unspeakable joy at being able, at last, to enter upon the religious state, having so long and so ardently desired it. Mary was overjoyed at the answer to her prayer, but happiness along the path to God always exacts a price. In Mary's case, it meant leaving her beloved father and family, and also her homeland. Her next step was to take ship and be tossed about on the channel. In those days, a young girl never traveled without being properly accompanied. In the picture, the lady in the black cloak, who has already boarded the ship, is most likely Catherine Bentley, in whose pass, Mary tells us, I was put to go overseas as one of her daughters. This Mrs. Bentley was a great-granddaughter of the Holy Chancellor of England, Thomas More. Reflection. What partings have we had to face? Are there any partings expected of us at present?